I'm at 8611. Oh, well, it's supposed to say Cranbrook Way. I'm going to pause the video and I'll correct that real quick. Okay, there you go. Now it says 8611 Cranbrook Way. We're doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. The the access point here is a PVC stack, clean out in the center here, right next to the stationary tub. You can see there's the rest of the basement here. It's the rear center, rear right of the basement. So this is the shared line with the kitchen and everything, so it's got a little bit of grease buildup and stuff in it. It's nothing, not a problem, just sometimes that stuff will get on the front of the camera. So based off the age of the house, I expect to find PVC all the way out to the main. PVC is good material. It's plastic, obviously, so no real life expectancy on it. So probably roughly 100 years, who knows. Hasn't been around long enough yet. We are in a cul-de-sac. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat here. There is a clean out there in the floor. You can see we're going to be right underneath it right here. It should be where the line exits the house, which should be, it's probably in the front underneath that little piece of flooring they have at the base of the steps. We can double check that on the way back. So, there we go. There you got a little bit of, I'm going to try to keep that stuff off the front of the camera so we can see better. But if nothing else, a lot of times when we push out, you're kind of plowing stuff up in front of the camera. So we can maybe rinse the camera off when we get out to the main. And you can see a lot better on the way back most of the time. But so far the line looks great. With it being in the cul-de-sac though, you don't really know where the main is. Sometimes it's right in the middle of the street. Sometimes the line cuts across at a weird angle. Just want to note too, that camera lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe. So you can tell as I push, sometimes it'll kind of plow up in front of the camera like I mentioned with some of the other material. But that's not a problem. It's not much water. Like I said, it's only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe. ½ inch of water or less in a 4-inch pipe is normal, not a concern. You can see we switched over to a green PVC. This is SDR. This is usually like gasketed, like they have rubber gaskets in these line. This line can actually usually flex a little bit. It just allows it to move with the earth without breaking. And a lot of times what you'll find is this is the not the builder, the developer who's developing all the land will put this stuff in, and then a lot of times it could be one and the same, but the builder comes along and runs out and comes into this. So the developer would install the main and a tap that runs up into the yard before they build the house, when they're doing the roads and everything, and then when they build the house they connect on, and this is usually right around that demarcation line there when it shows the difference in material. Looks like we're dropping off. If you look in the bottom left hand corner of the screen, you'll see that is an angle indicator, and it kind of shows the picture representation of how the camera is laying also. So we're at about a 60-degree drop. and then it looks like it's flattened back out here. So they used, the fittings they used were Schedule 40, the white PVC, and then it goes back into this SDR. They're both PVC, but they're different rating systems. Pretty much one's made for exterior. Yeah, see, we're kind of starting to push a little bit of that debris there. Looks like we're getting close to the main. And there we are. This is where the line connects right into the main. So everything went great. It's right at exactly 100 feet there. The line was in great shape. There were not even any low spots or bellies. No structural issues. All the connections were still nice and tight. Everything looked good. So we'll pull back. We'll continue to record on the way back and look to see if we missed anything. But the line looked great on the way out. There's already been some water run from the dishwasher and other fixtures, so if there was any low spots, that would highlight it. You can see the wear marks, or I should say the like flow lines on the side of the pipe, where that's about as high as the water level ever gets under, heavy load is probably, a laundry, washer discharge, or taking a shower. See there that those fittings, even everything's buttoned up nice and tight and all set. It's all glued in properly. Looks like we're getting close to the bottom of the stack here. No, we're hanging vertically, so we're coming back out of the stack. Okay, so the line looked great. Didn't find anything to even really mention along the way. The line's wide open, flowing freely. That's the way you want a line to look. There was everything was pitched properly. No, not even really any standing water in any place, so not even really any flat spots. The line looked wonderful. So not a whole lot to report. So that'll end the inspection at 8611 Cranbrook Way in Florence, Kentucky.